Hey, hey, what's happening, party people? What's going on? Welcome to another exciting and the Empowered Hour or the Empowered Lifestyle Hour. I am your host tonight. I'm out here with the beautiful ladies of the Empowered Lifestyle Hour. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah, yeah, I can
Yeah.
hear you.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. I'm excited to be here. I'm excited to be here. It seems like it's ladies' night, so I'm really digging that. Roger had to go do something, so he'll be back next week. If he can pop in later, that's cool too. But tonight, is a special call for me because I love this form of this technique of marketing that we're going to talk about tonight. It's called email marketing. Okay, and it's interesting because there's a lot of techniques out there in terms of marketing and how to market your business and things of that nature that are that people just kind of don't know about. It's kind of like those that technique that is kind of like people kind of whisper about like it's like this phenomenon, right? And there's a lot of questions about what it's like and what email marketing is like. And really, I think it's the heart of your business. Email marketing is really near and dear to me because I think it's really a good form of a way to actually get a business off the ground. It keeps your business sustainable too, and it's really important. I think people actually take it for granted, actually. And tonight, I believe that we're gonna show you some things about email marketing that you have never seen before that you can apply to your business tonight so that you can actually start getting your results. So with that opening, let's kick this off by introducing and starting with our wonderful host for tonight, and including myself, but I'll talk about me later. Let's start with Miss Victoria Blanco. Go for it. Introduce yourself. Tell us a little about yourself and tell the folks, who you are and about yourself.
Hey guys, this is Victoria Blanco here. And just to give you guys a little bit of information about myself, I'm a wife and mother of two very, very young children. I have two children under three. So it's a miracle that I'm even on this Hangout. Um, I stopped working about over a year ago now. At the time, my husband was working, so it was okay for me to take that leap and kind of just follow my dreams, really, because I've never been the type of person that wanted to work for someone else, right? I guess it's kind of a bad thing, but I have a problem with authority. So I don't really, and especially with people that don't really know how to lead in the working space anyway. They let their titles get to their head. So I've never really been a big, I want to work for people kind of person. So with my husband's permission, of course, I quit my job because I wanted to do something for my family that wasn't um, minimalized by other people, right? When you work for somebody, there's a certain cap of money that you can make, no matter how many hours you work or how much overtime. So I kind of just wanted to do something, not only that didn't have a cap on how much money I can make, but something that would allow me to do and do things that I love to do consistently, and kind of get paid for it. So that's kind of how I got into this whole space, working with the young ladies that I'm working with today, and our ghost co-host Roger. And it's been a beautiful ride. I have to say, when I had my daughter, I was working and I was in school at the time, and there's a lot of things I missed. I actually almost missed her first words because I was working at the job that I was working before. I was on my way out the door. I was going to be a couple minutes late because I was 15 minutes from my job. And she said her first words, and I ran through the house screaming in my work clothes. And so me working from home this time around, it's just really been eye-opening. And I couldn't see myself really going back to work anymore because my son's about 4 months now, and just missing the little things with him and seeing how different he is from my daughter is just amazing. And so that's kind of what led. Hey guys, can you guys take over? My daughter just fell.
Oh, sure. Go ahead. Uh, all right, guys. We're gonna switch over to Miss Yamina, and we're gonna pray for Victoria's daughter. We hope that she is healed from the top of her head to the soles of her feet. I'm a Christian, and I'm not afraid to say it. So we hope that everything is okay with Victoria, and that she will join us in a little bit, and that her little daughter is okay. So that's that's about being a mom, right?
Yeah,
You know, that's the,
absolutely.
yeah, yeah. Well, you mean it take over because I don't know
Oh,
anything about being a
I
mom.
know my heart is like pounding right now. When little
I
kids
know.
fall and stuff like that, so we're hoping she's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, this I just got kind of, whoa, my heart. Let me catch myself. Okay. Okay, hey guys, this is Yamina Hall, and I'm out of Texas, and I'm a single mom. My son is big; he's like 12, but you know, just being a mom, period, whether you're a single mom or a mom, period, is just kids in general. You have to always, they're always keeping you on your toes. But yeah, I am single parent, working my internet marketing business. I also do coaching and graphic designs as well, but I love this community because I'm able to basically work from anywhere. I can work from my bed, I can work from my coffee shop, I can work from my kitchen. So, being part of this community is great because it allows you to work from anywhere that you want to. Also, our community is great. We have so many people in our community that are just leaders. Everyone's helpful. You can always reach out to people if you need to talk, or if you just, maybe if you just need help with something, right? I've been in this space since about 2010. And I did, some other things as well, but I wanted to find out how I can do something online to kind of just not free up my time, but just be able to be more mobile. And so that's when I got into the internet marketing space. And I've learned so much since I've been here. And like Keisha said tonight, we're going to talk to you guys about email marketing, which that is really the basis of your business, because you have to have a list to work with. You have to actually have people to talk with. Yes, you may be talking with people on a day-to-day basis and things like that, but you need to have your email marketing in place, because you need to have those people that you can actually follow up with and build a relationship with. So we're going to share with you tonight, guys, some information on what we've been doing with our email marketing, some tips and tricks. If you have a list, if you don't have a list, we can definitely give you some tips on how you can start building a list. And guys, a list is, you don't have to have tons of people. A list is, one or two people in your email. Okay, so don't think you need to have a big list to start doing your email marketing. So that's really all I wanted to share. Victoria, is she okay?
You're
Yeah,
muted.
she's fine.
Oh, great,
Okay.
great. Have my heart
Oh, that's
pounding
why
over here. Have my
we
heart
were like,
pounding.
oh
I
man.
almost
Okay.
forgot about the hangout.
Well, we can understand why. It's okay. It's all right. Trust me, we were prepared to, do this in your absence. So she's okay.
Yeah, she's
Okay.
Good, good,
Okay.
good.
Good. Okay. Cool. So, so welcome back. But Yamina, I think that was like the greatest intro to what we're going to talk about tonight. And one of the things that I wanted to mention, and I'll mention information about myself later, possibly towards the end, just so that we can get right into this, is that we're going to also talk about some tools. We're going to talk about structuring your email. What creative titles that you can put in into your email so that you get opens, because open rates are really important. We're going to talk about what what goes in your email too, in terms of the body of the email, what you should put in there, what makes people go out and click a link that you have in your emails, and what'll make them purchase with you. And then we're going to talk about one of the things I'm going to share with you is a strategy where you can introduce someone, if they if they for whatever reason opt in and don't buy immediately, how you can take them through a process, an email marketing campaign that'll allow them to get some freebies, some good stuff, and keep them engaged, so that you're building a relationship with them throughout I guess a 7-day period. I may give you 7 days, it's actually 10 days, but 7-day period where you can build a relationship with them, and so that they'll buy from you later. So we're gonna kick it off with some tips and tricks from Victoria. Victoria, are you okay to go first?
I think we should let Yamina go first, just
Okay.
because she's doing the titles, so it'll be
Okay.
kind of let it flow on through.
Sounds good.
Okay. Well, yeah, guys, I want to talk to you about what type of titles you need to put into your email. When you sending out an email, you want to send out a title that is going to catch people's attention, right? Because people are getting so many emails in their email box. I know I get tons of stuff. I'm subscribed to all kind of crap. I need to just go and clean it out. But anyways, you need to you need to put something in the email title that's going to catch their eye, make them want to open it. I do stuff like, congratulations, you're in, and that automatically, makes them think, what am I in? What did I sign up for? Because people are signing up for stuff left and right. They don't keep track. I know I don't. So something like that will make them, open it up. The whole point, you want them to click on the email and open them up. Because they're scrolling through and they're deleting stuff, right? You don't want to sound boring like hi or hey, how are you? That's boring. People X that out, right? Another one I like to use, did you see this? With a big exclamation mark. And they're like, did I see what? Nosy people will definitely open that one up. So, and 99% of people are nosy. I know I'm nosy. I don't never want to miss anything. Another one I use is, breaking news is always good. I like to use that. Or I like to use, depending on what business you're in or something like that. In our case, we're in the commissions business, so I like to put, hey, you just received the commission, open now. People always want to open stuff up if they think they got some money. Free usually works too. Free usually works. I use all kind of different stuff. Let's see what else I use. Sometimes I just use like, hey there, I need to speak to you really quickly. You need to open this email up. Just catching stuff. Or I'll put things with, like, you can use symbols too. Sometimes I'll put dollar signs. That always catches people's attention if you put dollar signs. Or you can ask them a question. Hey, can you do me a favor, really? I need you to do me a favor. You can put stuff like that in there. So many things. Let's see. Or can you meet with me tonight? I need to speak with you. You just want to create urgency. You just want to create urgency for people. Or you can say something like, hey, I have something for you. Just curiosity stuff, because people are nosy. They don't know what it is. They don't know. They may not know who it's coming from. But you just want to put in a lot of capturing titles to just get people thinking, get their curiosity going on, because make them want to open up that email. You want to make them open it up and make them they want to see what's inside of it. You have to just keep it, and you can I kind of rotate it sometimes, so you don't always have to come up with a whole lot of new stuff, but I do kind of rotate it sometimes. Or you can just say something like 16-year-old makes $20,000 online. Find out how he did it. Just crazy stuff. What? 16-year-old made $20,000? There I am, 40. What's wrong with me? I need to know how he made that. So, just stuff to get people thinking, get their eyeballs going. And then, once you start doing stuff like that, they'll be looking for your emails. You want to get them looking for your emails, because they'll notice if they didn't get an email from you today. So if you can just come up with catchy, crazy, out of the box type of titles. Don't use stuff that a lot of people are using. If you're on a lot of people's email list, you can kind of compare and see, look at the stuff that you put stuff in the titles that you would open up, right? Think of yourself. think of titles that you may open up and you may want to see. So something just really catchy, crazy, out of the box, not boring. Sometimes I just send stuff with dollar signs. I don't even say anything. I just send stuff with dollar signs. So, and that always gets opened up. So, you really just want, and keep them short too, guys, because when you send out emails, they only see, I think, the first 3 words or so, maybe 3 to 4 words. So if you do something really long, make sure whatever that you're putting in that's important and that you want them to see, put it in the beginning of the email title, because it cuts out, that's a little tip. I don't know if people notice that, but that's a little tip. It cuts out, like when you do long titles, it'll cut that out. So whatever you're going to put in, and put it at the front, keep them short, try to use symbols. You can use stars, you can use hearts, money is always good, and just keep them guessing. That's really all that I do. I really just keep them guessing, and I get people to open up the emails.
Cool. Oh my gosh. This might have this. I know beyond a shadow of a doubt, this webinar we're doing tonight might have to go in the vault. Because those are some awesome.
Those are some secrets. Some
oh
secrets.
My God. Secrets. Letting them all out, giving them all this value, just giving them, right? That was awesome. That was really, really awesome. So what I heard Yamina say was she creates a sense of urgency. She creates a sense of curiosity, and things that are outrageous. I know one of the things that I noticed that just being in the marketplace is that outrageousness sells. Would you agree with that, Yamina?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
Absolutely. Because when with Kim Kardashian, she tried to break the internet, even though we can't break it. She tried to break the internet with her outrageousness, and it was outrageous enough for people to take a look at. So that was really awesome. I know that I got some really good tips and information from Yamina's discussion. So yeah. So we'll kind of go over to Victoria now. I'm a little. I took some Red Bull. Because I just wanted to be. I just wanted to be excited tonight. Not that I wasn't excited before, but I took some Red Bull. What you got there, Yamina?
I got my Monster. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I gotta keep the energy going. Keep going. I got too much to do. I gotta keep going. Energize the bunny over here.
Exactly. So we're having a good time tonight, talking about email marketing. So Victoria's going to tell us a little bit about like the structure of your email, like what's going to get people to click on your links, what's going to get people to open up those emails. Well, Yamina talked about what's opening up your emails, but Vicky's really going to dive deep into what's going to get people to actually do business with you and actually buy whatever you're trying to sell. So Victoria, take it away.
Absolutely. You guys are on 10 with those energy drinks. I'm over here sipping on this tea. Okay, so I don't know exactly what was said when I left earlier, but just to kind of hone in to let you guys know exactly why email marketing is important is because, just because people click on your link or, doesn't mean that they're going to buy, right? And most of the people that actually click on your link are not going to buy, right? Certain capture pages only have a certain conversion rate, and they'll only get a certain amount of people to actually purchase. And so something that I've heard from a lot of leaders in the business that we are in is that the money is in your list, right? Because 4 or 5 people out of 100 might actually purchase on the first connection, but sometimes it takes somebody 4 or 5 times to even see your offer in order to even opt in. And so that's the real importance of learning how to email, market via email, because your emails is what's going to get your offer in front of your list that 4 or 5 times it's going to end up getting them to opt in. And so, like Keisha said, I'm going to kind of discuss the structure of your email the way you should structure your email in order to get the best outcome. So kind of just to set it up first, the purpose of your actual email as you're writing it, keep in mind that every time you write a sentence or a line, the ideal goal is to get them to want to want to read the next line. So that should be your main focus, writing content within your email that makes someone want to continue to read your email. The first thing that you want to do is have an opening sentence. For me, I always personalize my emails, right? Because I can't stand when I get emails from people and it's just like they get right into it. You know, some people, they like that kind of thing. So that's where knowing your target market, that's where that's really beneficial. But because I'm targeting people that are similar to me, I want to personalize the email, right? Whereas somebody else might, you know, just get right into the business. And then the next thing, you know, a simple opening sentence for me would be like, hey, I don't know, hey, Keisha, hey, Yamina. Or somebody else would be getting right into it. They'll just be like, to use one of the titles that Yamina said was, did you see this? Somebody else would just say, hey, did you see this video that, you know, such and such posted today? That would be your opening sentence depending on your audience. The next thing that you want to have is an interest sentence, right? Something that's going to grab the people's attention. Why did you, you know what I mean? Something that's going to grab their attention and get them to the next point into the email. Something that lets them know, okay, yeah, you want to pay attention to this. And then from there, you want to go ahead and give them the benefits. Why do they need to watch the video? Or why do they need to call you? Or what makes this news breaking news? You know, so you want to give them the benefits as to why they should be going to click on the link that you're going to send them, or why they should be going to look at the video. And then the last thing that you want to make sure that you put into every email is a call to action. There's really no point in emailing your list if you're not trying to get them to buy something, right? You know, if you're showing them a blog post, okay, yeah, maybe you're not trying to get them to buy something at that moment in time. But 9 times out of 10, your blog post has a call to action on there. So either way, at the end of your email, you need to have a call to action. What I like to do is in my signature, I put my signature is, of course, my name, and then I kind of have join me now, and then, you know, view my presentation, and different things like that in my signature, just so that I know that even if I, for some reason, forget to put a call to action, there's still a call to action there because they can join my team by clicking on that link. And 2 things that gets the most click-through rates for me is, one is live events, right? Anytime you put live in your email, they click on your email, and more than likely they click through. Because a lot of people, you know, reading stuff, they like to see people, right? When you send them to a link, they're watching a video, but there's something about someone seeing something live that wants them to interact, and they click through on your videos. And the second thing is, I've noticed the most click-through rates when I tell them, hey, go watch this video of me sharing this message with you today. People like not only seeing things live, but they like seeing you. They want to see you live in action. They want to get to know you. So I think it's best to go ahead and put a video on there. And if you want to learn how to structure your video so you can get people to get to your call to action and get into your business, then click the link below and we'll share that video recording with you from last week, because we broke down the art of video marketing, what you need to say, what you need to do, how you need to say it, so that you can get those people in. There's no point in doing a video for people if you're not doing it the right way, getting the most people in your business. So go ahead and take the time to click the link below and join us so we can get that video to you and you can be more effective in getting click-through rates in your email. And that's the basic way to structure your email. Just make sure that you put in there why they should be paying attention to what you're calling them to pay attention to, and make sure that you have a call to action. Because if you don't have a call to action, then they're never going to get to your offer, and if they don't get to your offer, then they're not going to get in. So back to Keisha.
Wonderful. Okay, cool. That was awesome. Awesome. I mean, I'm sitting over here. I'm like going crazy because I'm taking like copious notes. I got like all my little notes here. And I think we're just saying some awesome things tonight. And you know, one of the things that is really important, about, these emails is that, this is how you relate to your people. People do business with other people. It's because they can relate to them. They can match a picture to a face. They can match your personal email style, like what you say in your emails. They can match that to you, and so people will do business with you. Okay, so in your emails, Vicky pointed out some really good things. Starting with the opening sentence, and then immediately grabbing somebody's attention. People want to know why they need to continue reading your email. People need to understand why, what the benefits are for reading your email. And the call to action is so important, because one thing that Vicky said that was so important too, which even grabbed my attention, was she said that when she told people what to do, that's when they responded. And so people like to be told what to do. And I'll tell you this, guys, you always have to tell people what to do. Okay? People need to be told what to do. Bottom line, don't give people an option to do stuff. Just tell people what to do, because everybody needs direction. If people are new coming into the system, or new coming into your funnel and things like that, or new online, they want to be told what to do. I promise you it works. If you guide people and lead them to where they should go, they're just going to go there. Okay? So thank you so much, Victoria, for that. I'm going to go into a little bit, and I'll probably ask some questions of Victoria and Yamina, because I want to talk also about some tools. We'll talk a little bit later about some tools that you guys can use that work effectively, and what the benefits and advantages of using those email marketing tools are. So one of the things that I love about email marketing is that I like to see instant results, right? So that's what email marketing does for me. I send, some traffic to my sales funnel, and I can immediately see, okay, leads coming in, and people, entering their information on my capture page, and them coming onto my list. And then when I get them on my list, I'm like, damn, they are mine now, right? So from there, it's up to me. It's up to me to be able to grab their attention, immediately grab their attention, and establish a relationship with them. So how do I go about doing that? Well, one technique you can use is like a series of emails. Now, I'm not going to give you, obviously, the whole thing, but I'm going to tell you a whole bunch of stuff tonight, okay? So there are, where should I start? So when people come into your sales funnel, they come in first because they see the capture page, not, something grabbed their attention there. People wanted to understand, how much they could, that there's this line of text, grab people's attention on the capture page, right? So they opt into your email list. So when they get there, you have to know what to do, what to say to them in order to, if they don't buy, you have to know what to say to them in order to sell them stuff. So we use this funnel series, this series of emails that you can use in the beginning when people opt in, or you can enter it. You can actually put it, incorporate it into your email list later, even if you didn't do it in the beginning, right? And it can be a 10-day series, it can be a 5-day series, it can be a 7-day series, but I'm going to talk about a 7-day series of emails that you can use to, one, build a great relationship early on with folks. Two, that'll grab their attention and tell them about who you are, your personality, and things like that, and then also engage with them, because that's what you want to do too. So there are 3 different types of emails that you can put out there. There's how-to email, there's story emails, and there's question and answer. Okay. So out of those 3, those are the 3 types of emails that you can use in your funnel, right? So day 1, when somebody opts into your page, you want to pretty much confirm with them that they got the information that they were asking for. So on your capture page, typically it's like, okay, find out, see how, a mom of 2 You know, a mom of two was able to stay at home, you know, with their kids and generate over $30,000 in 30 days. So you want to be, when they come into your sales funnel, you want to confirm that they got the information. Did they get the video that they requested? If it's a free video on your capture page, did they get the information? You can ask a question, right? And confirm with them if the information that they got, like a video or if it's a free, some free information that you were sharing, a free report, did they get the information, right? And you also want to thank them. Send them a personal thank you and say, thank you so much for opting in. You know, we're glad that you're here. Then you can ask that question, right? So that's day one. Day two, and I'll tell you a little bit about what those things are. Day two, you can ask them, again, ask them a question, you know, and keep it real casual, right? So something like, just curious, just wanted to know, you know, what did you like about what you saw and heard, you know, in the video that I sent you yesterday? I know you got the video, and I know you probably looked at it, but, you know, tell me a little something about what you saw and heard, and you'll get responses back from that. That's engaging your audience, right? And you can use some of those lines that Yamina gave in order to generate that engagement. And I'll tell you one title that worked for me was literally the word hey, Hey. I swear that plus I'm really gonna give away like all kinds of info right now. The next line after that was in my body, literally was, are you still interested in making money online? Thanks, Keisha. And I know, Vicky, you're looking at like, what? Like literally that was the entire email along with the title. And that generated me so many responses. I was like, what? OMG. So one of the things you'll notice also when you're doing research on email marketing is there's a psychology behind it. Okay. And that's a lot of what we're talking about tonight. There's a psychology. Yamina talked about it. She said, you know, you put those outrageous, you put those, those urgency, that curiosity in your title. And Victoria talked about it too, grabbing people's attention, giving them the benefits. There's a psychology behind email marketing. And that's what we're talking about tonight. Okay. So day two is, did you want to say something, Yamina?
Yeah, I'm going to have to use that one, how you just put, hey, are you still interested in making money online? I haven't used that, but I think I'm going to use that.
Yeah, so the title was literally, it was just hey, Hey. And that was the subject line. And then the message was, I think I put hey, comma, and then it was, are you still interested in making money online? And then I put Keisha, and that was it.
I'm gonna have to use that.
Yeah, it was good. Yeah, try it, guys.
Because that lets you know who's interested, who's not, and then you can kind of eliminate those people from your list, because you don't want to keep sending emails out to people who are not opening them, or they just you just want them off your list because they're not going to do anything anyways.
Yep. That's a good point, because actually I was able to eliminate people from there, because I had some people that responded back and said, well, if I can get started if it's free. And I was like, no, you're not going to make any money if it's free, right? If you don't put any money in, this is a business.
I'm actually use that tonight. What's today? Thursday? Oh yeah, I'm gonna use that tonight.
Yeah, you gotta share your results with folks too. So that was day two. So the day two was just curious, what do you think about, what you saw and heard. So day three is your opportunity to go into your story, why you're here, and your story is really comprised of who you are, your background. You can have the little call to action in there, and also what kind of results that you got from, what that transformational period was with you online. One of the things that I would do is probably put a video together. A really simple 30-second. This is who I am, and it's kind of like a little commercial, right? Put together a story about who you are, why you were here. What life-changing or transformation you went through, some of your results, and that'll allow people to engage with you. They'll see a real person. And I know some people, we talked about video marketing, but they'll see a real person. Even if you want to put up your picture, you can certainly do that as well. But it allows people to say, oh, okay, there's a real person behind these emails. Like, they may be able to relate with you as well, because people may want to be able to relate to you. So if any part of your story hits a nerve that somebody else had, and you can make it as dramatic, trust me, make it as dramatic as you possibly can, so that you can relate to other people. So that's day 3. So day 4, survey. Okay. So
Wait,
survey.
Kristen, I have a question, really quick. For all those people out there, I wanted to ask you a question. That what if they're new in their business and they don't have any results yet? What would they do on day 3? Like, what would you suggest instead of putting results that they don't really have yet?
That's a good question. One of the things that you can either do one of two things. You can share other people's results, which is not a bad thing, or you can share how it has helped you and how it has changed you, and that doesn't have to be money related. So, Victoria asked a good question. What do you do when you don't have your results immediately? People also will follow you just on how exciting you are. Okay. If you're excited in your videos and you're, really excited and curious and all that good stuff, people love that. They really do love anything that's not mediocre, anything that's against the grain, anything that will pop out at them. People will just follow you because of your energy. Okay. So you don't even have to have results. You don't even have to. You can grab results from anybody, because nobody has results at the beginning, right? So yeah, that's a really good question, Victoria. It's a really, really good question.
Just to interject quickly, we're not telling you to, be fake, fake happy, jolly. There's enough people in the world like you for you to make money. So if you're a laid back person, when she says your energy, it's just people can read if you're being genuine or if you're being fake. So just be exactly who you are. And you'll attract enough people like you to be able to be, profitable in your business.
Yep, that is so true. Be who you are, absolutely. And that's day 3, your story. So day 4 is a survey. So you can ask a survey question. So something like, I'm taking a little survey. Want to put some together some information and some training that I'm about to do. I want to get your feedback on XYZ. What are you interested in hearing about most? When I put this training together, what would you like to hear? If you had an opportunity to go to this training that I'm about to put together, what kind of topics would you like to hear? So you'll get engagement, you'll get feedback from people when you put a survey question out there, okay? So day 5, testimony. So this is going back a little bit to what Victoria and I just talked about, putting a testimony. It doesn't have to be yours. You can just put a testimony. Day 5 is testimony day. You want to be able to put at least, 1 to 3 testimonies out there. What results people have gotten in your business, and how you can actually get those results as well. I know one of the things I know is that videos work. People like clicking on videos, they like watching them. So if you put those in your emails, that'll definitely work as well. So day 6 would be either you can tell another story about somebody else, maybe either on your team, or another story of how somebody got maybe another part of your story, or a story about how somebody else has gotten results as well. You could also ask a question on day 6. Elicit another question. Hey, I just, even about the survey. It could be about what they liked about what they saw and heard in the testimony. What jumped out at you? Things of that nature. So you can always ask a question. Day 7 is bonus day. Okay. So after they've gone through a survey with you, they've gone through your story, you've engaged with them a little bit. You want to give them a bonus. We're glad you're here. Thank you for being on my list. Because you guys stayed through this entire video series, and you can tell them in the beginning also, you're about to get 7 days worth of great information. You can do that, or you don't have to. But you can give them a bonus email. So thank you for staying on. Thank you for engaging with me. Thank you for opening. I've got this incredible bonus that I want to share with you. And it could be a how-to. It could be an infographic. It could be a video that you put together that is jam-packed full of bonuses, okay? You want to be able to give them all this great information, because on day 7, you want like a flood of people to do business with you. And that's really, a nice 7-day, and you can do that over the course of 7 days. You can do each one on day 1, and you can set it up one time. And your autoresponder, we'll talk about that in a little bit. You can set that up one time so that you don't have to do it again, okay? And you can easily do that. So the rest of that, it's actually really 10 days. But if you want to hear the rest of that, you got to click the link below. You got to get joined with us, and we'll share with you the rest of the we'll share with you the rest and how you can really up your sales. Okay. So with that said, one last thing that I wanted to talk about was in the emails. One of the things that we're sharing with you, there's a word for it. Just the benefits that Victoria talked about. Those catchy titles that Yamina talked about, they're called embedded commands. So embedded commands, if you guys want to do some research on that out there, embedded commands are pretty much things that you tell people to do to go ahead and do. Okay, and that's what we talked about a little bit earlier. So that being said, I'm gonna kind of put a question out there in terms of tools that we use for email marketing. One thing that's really important is list building. So how do you build a list? A lot of people are really new online, and they're like, okay, well, what's a list building, and what's that, and what's an autoresponder, what's all of that, and who do I get that with? It's funny because I know some people who are like, do I get the emails from them? From a GetResponse or Aweber? But I wanted to put it out there to you guys. What tools do you use for email marketing? Do you use an autoresponder, or what are the pros and cons of the autoresponders that you have used? So we'll start with Yamina. What kind of tools do you use for email marketing?
Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right now, I know it's like an industry nationwide, but I use Aweber, and I've been using GetResponse, and I had Aweber like since I started, and then I found out about GetResponse because I was doing some other capture page, and I needed to actually purchase the GetResponse. The difference between the two, well, the pros and the cons that I like, the pros, that they're both great systems to use. They're both great. They're both pretty much similar, easy to set up. The cons, though, I have, like with Aweber, I don't know, are they still doing the free, not a free, but it's like $1 trial. I know they do the $1 trial, but with Aweber, if your list gets to like a certain amount of email subscribers, then the rates kind of increase, because I know when you start off it's pretty cheap. I think it's like $10 or $15 a month or something like that. But as your list grows, the rate increases, because I think I started off at the smaller, whatever, lower end, and then now I think they're charging me like $30 or something like that, because I've been growing my list. GetResponse is you can also build like your opt-in forms and stuff with them too. Lead Pages is great. I'm sorry, Lead Pages. Aweber is great. I'm thinking about something else. Aweber is great for that. But I kind of like, I'm leaning more towards the Get Response, just because the fact that they do have a little bit more to offer, and they do not increase the rate on you, no matter how many subscribers that you have. This is what I found out recently. I don't know if they're changing their policy anytime soon, but Get Response also has landing pages, like lead capture pages, you can incorporate too. So you're actually getting more for your money, because you can, build your list. You can do your opt-in, create your opt-in form where they put their name and their email. If you want them to put their phone number, they will, but I highly don't suggest that. But you can actually also build a capture page inside the same program without having to get another outside tool, because guys, we're online and there's a lot of tools out there. There's so many different tools out there, and to each his own. A lot of people use different things, but you have to find out what works for you and what's in your budget, because you can get a lot of tools and end up not using them. Okay, I had to stop some things because there was some things I'm like, I don't need that because this one does this. So you want to be able to find what's going to work for you. Those are the two top leading ones. I don't really know of anyone else right now. You guys may use something different, but those are the two that I like, and I'm looking more or less to switch all my subscribers over to Get Response. I haven't done that yet, but I'm just gonna switch everyone over to Get Response and probably just get rid of AWeber, just because I like the flexibility of Get Response and that I'm getting more, for my money. I mean, if I could pay $15 or $20 less, whatever it is, and get something extra, then I'll go with that.
Cool. I think that's really cool. Yeah, and you're right. One of the things that I wanted to say too was that as you were talking, it made me think. You can and Get Response. You said that you were thinking about moving and transitioning over to Get Response. You can actually outline everything that I talked about in your Get Response account. So you can actually set it up that way, because Get Response has their landing pages. They have thank you pages. So they have that thank you page that you can send on day one to somebody, and a capture page. Because actually, really, and one of the things that I didn't tell you about is another little bonus, little secret bonus about this this email series, is that you want to put a custom capture page in the front of this, because that's what makes it really, really effective. You put a custom capture page ahead of this so that people can opt in there, and then you can set it up so that in Get Response it can get a thank you page right after that and get the information from there. So it's another little tidbit. I won't tell you. I swear I won't tell you what day 8 and day 9 and day 10 are. You all need to opt in, get started with us, and I'll share the rest with you. But Victoria, I don't know if you had any other thoughts on tools that you use for email marketing.
Yes, ma'am. I think that one thing that is important to say is, like, when you get into this space of, becoming, working online and becoming your own boss, it's important that you start to test things out, right? Figure out what works and what doesn't. So one of the things that I use when I do my email marketing, whenever I do a link, whenever I put a link inside of my email, which is every email because that's what the call to action is. But I make sure that I put that link as a bit.ly link so that I can track. Is this link, even though I can see from Get Response, which is the autoresponder that I use, even though I can see how many people are clicking, they don't tell you which link they click. So I make sure that I put a bit.ly link in there so that I can track, okay, is the signature one working better, or is the one that the first one that I put in, is the second one working better? Just so that I know, okay, if this one's working, if this is the one that they're clicking on, then I'll start doing this more often and start taking the other links out. So outside of Get Response, that's the only other thing that I use in my emailing.
Oh, that was a really good tip. Man, we can go for like another hour.
I know,
All
right?
these tips, right?
I
We
don't
do.
do that. I need to do. See, I'm learning stuff too, guys. We learn from each other. You see that? We don't know it all. I don't know it all, right?
Exactly.
We learn from each other. So this is great. I didn't know it. I'm okay. Thank you, Victoria.
Exactly, right? I'm like writing all these notes. I'm like, oh, I gotta do that. Oh, I gotta do that. I'm gonna do that this week. But yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, I gotta do that. That's a big tip right there, guys. Big tip.
It is. It really is. And that's a good point. We're talking about, we want to see your results. We want to hear what you're getting out of these videos too, or these webinars rather. We want to see how you're doing. We've been, blessed to have, some people get started with us because of the information that we've been sharing with you guys, and we want to be able to do that so much more. So share with us what you liked about what you saw and heard from tonight's webinar. We'd love to be able to hear from you. So one of the things that there was something else that I was going to. Oh, I know it's really important about your emails. I noticed, and I'm not putting anything out there about GetResponse. I don't know what happened, but I use GetResponse too. And I only had to use it because of, let's just say I had to use it. And I noticed that because there is, when you put emails out there, there is like a little spam counter. Okay, so I noticed that it went up a little bit.
Really?
So, and I think it's because, and I'm gonna guess, I know when it went up and I know why it went up, but I think a lot of it has to do with the email that you use for your account. So one thing that I would do when you're using any of these autoresponder or list building businesses, I would use your own domain name or email from your own domain. So for instance, it would be info@KeishaSumner.com or info@youmeanahall.com, whatever it is. Don't use a free email because that can they can actually blackball you and treat it as spam, and it doesn't go out, and then you end up getting 1% open rates, and you wonder what happened. So make sure that you use your own domain hosted your own domain name when you're using any of these list building tools. And I actually recommend either one, GetResponse or Aweber. I do like they both have their advantages and disadvantages, but I like them. You can get there are other ones out there, and that's when you start to grow your business. You can use, like for instance, Infusionsoft. Those are bigger tools that you can use, but that's when you start really, really growing your business massively. So with that said, we're almost at the top of the hour, and I really have been enjoying this call tonight, particularly because it's just the ladies.
Ladies night and it feels alright. Ladies night, oh what a night. Uh-oh, I'm singing. Uh-oh.
Yeah, we're off the chain, y'all. We're off the chain. Come just join us in our community. We're just off the chain tonight. So with that said, I kind of want to review a little bit before we close out about what we talked about, and just leave you with some really a good sense of what we have here. So one of the things that's important to your business is building a list, building an effective list where you are engaging with your list, where you are building a relationship online with your list, and you're giving them information of value. Value. You want to be a value information center, okay? So one of the information that we talked about also included, having a really effective title, because that'll get you your open. If you don't have an effective title, people are not going to open your email, and you want to be able to engage with your folks. And by creating an email title that's really, really that'll capture grab somebody's attention, that'll help ensure that your open rates are really high. Also, we talked about the body of your email, really important, and that's where you're gonna sell people. That's where
Yeah.
you're going to get the most sales from what you put in your body. Sometimes they can be long. There's a reason why people have a long, drawn out email. But some of them are short, can be short, sweet, and to the point, and really engage people as well. Then we talked about, having a nice email series, a nice email campaign that you can actually run that will capture those people that didn't immediately do any business with you, but you can catch them at the end, and it also form a relationship and bond with them. So yeah, we talked a little bit about that. So with that said, we invite you to join us here, and I'm going to actually just turn it over to Yamina just to close this out, and just give us something to look forward to, and
Yeah.
just fill us with that, whatever you want to share.
Well, wow, guys. I mean, this is like, I think one of our best like hangouts. I mean, this was like super duper valuable, guys. I hope you guys were taking notes. I hope you guys were taking notes because this is super duper valuable. Like, this is the meat and potatoes of your business, whether you're online or offline. Either way, you still got to build a list, right? So you must do that from day one. There's a lot of people who start businesses or get online and they don't build a list. Okay, so don't make that mistake, guys. Build a list. Just start building a list. Keep going. You'll see you'll have 1, 2 subscribers. Next thing you know, you got 500, 5,000. Okay, so it's really simple to get started with the list building, but just do it from day one. Don't wait till you're 2 months, 3 months, a year in business and then decide to build a list, because that's money you're losing out. Okay, you're losing out on money. Money is in the list, like we discussed earlier. So we are, let's see, we are closing out in a couple of minutes, so let me just not ramble. So guys, we shared a lot of valuable information with you tonight, like we always do, but this was, like I said, super duper powerful pack. And you can learn a lot more from any one of us on the panel just by clicking that button below. Partnering up with any one of us, get started. There's so much more value we have to offer, but we can't give it away from free. There's a lot more stuff that we can't cover in these hangouts, but we are here to share value with you. We are here to help you. We would love to have you as part of our community to help you build your business. And if you are in business already, you can use this valuable information with our community to take it to the next level. So don't wait to get started, guys. Click the button tonight so you can get started, build that list, get that money out of that list, and just take yourself to the next level. So just go ahead, click that button. I guess it says join the movement, join today, or something like that, yellow button down there. Click the button tonight, get started with us, and we really, really look forward to having you guys as part of our community.
Live in 2 weeks.
All right. That being said, we thank you so much for joining us tonight. We will meet you back here at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7 p.m. Central Time next Thursday. See you guys.
All right. Good night.
Bye.
Bye.